Recently, I had the opportunity to take a CPR certification class, and what I ultimately learned was CPR is very, very difficult. From like the chest compressions that require 30 pumps per 2 breaths, essentially, it's very, very difficult, and we need to improve this because many people are dying due to this. So ultimately, CPR is only effective 6 to 7% of the time. And most of this is caused by people not getting enough deep compressions or slow or fast enough compressions. And ultimately, what we see is this can be prevented very easily. All these people do not have to suffer due to this. And so, what I propose today are a short people cushions, which I exemplify here, as well as depth squats. So essentially, going back to the short people cushions, short people have it the worst. As a 5'5", 110-pound little child, I found that it was very difficult to do the chest compressions. And now, ultimately, what that led to was not enough chest compressions being done. And so, as you can see here, we are trying to elevate the person doing the chest compression so that we can make sure that everyone can do CPR and not just like the people who are experiencing such. Because when situations arise, we need to be able to respond. Now, ultimately, what it does, it allows comfort to the person doing CPR with chest compression while also elevating them and making sure that they have the height they need so that the compressions are easier to do. Now, in addition to that, we have the glove, which essentially allows you to counting basically how deep you're able to go with the chest compression, showing if you're doing the 2 inches correctly or showing if you're going too shallow. And basically allows you to have like the perfect length depth to doing the chest compressions to make sure that no one is going to have like fractured ribs or not enough compression during that time. And so we're utilizing our Arduino for this, and we're connecting it up to an LED screen with a depth perception monitor. And that makes sure that we can accurately measure the data, giving the person an approximate estimate of how far they need to go or how much less force they need to use. And so ultimately, with these ideas, I do intend for the future to a bit more advanced, to have more devices for people to use or to have better devices for people to use thanks to their ability to see charts. So, thank you.
Wow, I love that you are innovative and solving some real life problems. These are really big problems because CPR is a matter of life or death, right? And so you really have thought this through. I'm curious who your customer is.
Well, mainly as of right now, we're targeting like shorter people because the with the cushion and the glove and everything, we're not able to sufficiently like put force down onto the chest for compression. However, we do intend to expand on this and make it more available for everyone.
And would you target like schools or like, large like entities that could purchase a lot of these, or would you want to target individuals and
As of right now, we're mainly focused on the education area as well as individuals because
okay.
this makes it a little easier and more accessible. Whereas if we were to advance it a little more, make more products go with it, we would be willing to sell it to a bigger company.
Awesome. Great job.
Thank you.
Jennifer, I also love that you're solving a problem, and I really liked your details in your presentation and your confidence and how well prepared that you were to really explain each aspect of your product. I have a question. What have you thought of a price point would be for your product?
Mhm. So looking into the materials we are using, well, obviously this log is on the higher end of cost with the Arduino costing about like $50 and the LED screen ranging from like $10 to $20. Uh, I think that our product starting point would be at around like $80 to $100. However, we are willing to lower or raise the prices as things go by, and we finalize things.
Have you considered a partnership, maybe reaching out to someone like the Red Cross? They may have programming or dollars to work with you on this development.
I have not, but if that is what I should look into, I will absolutely look into it.
I think your program, your product is fantastic. And again, I love how you were very detail oriented. Just a couple of tips for you. When you're thinking sometimes about a response, I notice your eyes are looking up, so you're thinking. And it's okay to think and look forward. So try to keep your eyes forward because you're so engaging and pulling me or your audience who's listening into what you're saying. And it also shows that confidence. It keeps the confidence strong. And it's okay to not have an answer. It's okay. You are so courageous and so forward-thinking in this product about saving lives. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Hi, Jennifer. I love your product too. I would say that as a person that has worked in the education world for the last 10 years, I have done the CPR test probably like 6 times, every other year I would have to do it because I'm working with kids, right? And it is hard. I've struggled. It's very hard to get the compressions right. So that's definitely a tool that I can see how helpful it could be for people that are, working directly with kids that have to do it often. So I know that there's a market for that for sure. Have you worked on a physical prototype? I know you have your sketches. Have you actually tried to build it yet?
Funny enough, yes, but I went to school very ill prepared and I ended up staying here, obviously. So I do have the cushion like set up, but not the glove as of right.
Okay, that's really cool. I think, you have a great idea. And I think obviously when you start building it, you're gonna probably find things out like, okay, how can I make this better? Or like, does it actually work how I want it to work? So keep up the good work.
Thank you.
And Jennifer is a returning participant, and she has actually practiced orator and practiced the art of debate. And so Jennifer, I've seen, just as I don't see you for a little bit and you come back in, you're getting better every time. So keep it going, okay? It's noticeable. You're good. And send me some glove prototypes. We'll try them out.